What if you could create ad images, videos, ad copy, client proposals, outreach messages, and even an entire agency workflow from one AI-powered platform? Well, that's exactly what AI AdsAgency Builder is claiming to do. And the interesting part is that it's currently being promoted for a one-time payment of just $14.95. But is this actually a useful tool for starting an AI-powered advertising service? Or is it just another AI product making big promises? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what AI AdsAgency Builder does, what you get, the biggest advantages, the limitations you should know about, and finally, whether I think it's worth considering. So let's get into it. So, what exactly is AI AdsAgency Builder? At its core, this is an AI-powered advertising platform designed to help you create different types of advertising content without having to use multiple separate tools. According to the sales page, you can generate things like ad images, video ads, ad copy, headlines and hooks, captions, voiceovers and auto captions, and different advertising formats for platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Google. But there's something else that makes this product different from a typical AI image or video generator. It also tries to give you the agency side of the business. So instead of simply creating an ad, you also get things like outreach scripts, pricing sheets, proposals, client templates, and other resources designed to help you package these services for clients. And honestly, that's probably the most interesting part of this product. The basic idea is pretty simple. You provide information about the business, product, offer, or campaign you want to advertise. Then the AI helps generate the creative assets around that information. So instead of starting with a blank screen and wondering, what should my headline be? What image should I create? What should the video say? What should my CTA be? The platform is designed to help you generate those assets from a single workflow. There's also a brand kit, where you can save information such as the company name, brand description, logo, colors, target audience, tone of voice, and preferred platforms. That can be useful when you're working with multiple clients because you don't necessarily want to enter the same brand information every single time. The platform also organizes campaigns and client work into projects, which can make the workflow easier to manage. So the idea isn't simply, here's an AI generator. It's more like, create the ad, package the service, deliver it to a client. And that's what makes the product more interesting for freelancers and beginners. Now let's talk about the features. First, you have AI ad image generation. This is useful if you need social media creatives, promotional graphics, product ads, or other visual advertising assets. Then you have AI video generation, which can be used for things like short-form advertisements, reels, promotional videos, and other video-based creatives. You also have an AI copy engine for generating things like headlines, hooks, captions, calls to action, and other advertising copy. And then there are the agency resources. You get things like client outreach scripts, pricing sheets, proposal templates, agency templates, client packs, and niche-specific resources for areas such as local businesses, e-commerce, coaching, and real estate. The platform also advertises commercial and agency usage rights, meaning the product is designed to allow users to create assets for client work, subject to its license terms. And another useful feature is multi-platform support. Instead of creating one creative and manually figuring out every format, the system is designed to help adapt advertising assets for different platforms and aspect ratios. So, from a workflow perspective, there is quite a lot packed into one product. For me, the biggest advantage here isn't necessarily the fact that AI can generate an image or write ad copy. There are already many AI tools that can do that. The bigger advantage is having multiple parts of the workflow in one place. Think about what a beginner would normally have to figure out. One tool for images, another for videos, another for copywriting, another for voiceovers, then Canva or another design tool, then a CRM or project management system. Then you still need to figure out pricing, then proposals, then outreach. And finally, you need to figure out how to actually sell the service. AI Ads Agency Builder is trying to bring many of those pieces together. For someone who is completely new to offering advertising services, that can potentially save a lot of time and reduce the initial complexity. But now let's talk about the part that's really important. Don't confuse an AI agency tool with an automated money-making machine. The sales page makes some very aggressive claims about being able to launch an agency quickly and charge hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month. But buying the software does not automatically give you clients. It doesn't automatically make your advertisements successful. And it certainly doesn't guarantee a specific income. You still need to understand the client's business. You need to understand their target audience. You need to create good offers. You need to communicate with clients. And most importantly, you need to actually find and close those clients. Also, AI-generated content isn't automatically perfect. You should always review the images, videos, copy, branding, claims, and overall quality before delivering anything to a client. So if you're expecting to press one button and suddenly have a successful advertising agency running completely on autopilot, that's not realistic. Think of this as a productivity and agency building tool, not a guaranteed business. Now let's talk about the price. At the time of this review, the front-end offer is advertised at $14.95 as a one-time payment, rather than a recurring monthly subscription. The sales page also lists additional upgrades for people who want more features or expanded capabilities. And there's currently a 30-day money-back guarantee advertised as well. Because promotional pricing can change, I would recommend checking the current offer before purchasing. But purely from the entry price, $14.95 is relatively low compared with paying for several separate AI tools every month. The real question isn't simply, is $14.95 cheap? The better question is, will I actually use these features? If you're planning to create advertising creatives for yourself or potentially offer creative services to businesses, the answer could be yes. So, who do I think this is best suited for? I'd say it's most interesting for freelancers, marketers, beginners exploring AI-powered services, and people who want to experiment with offering ad creative services to businesses. It's especially useful if you don't want to piece together 5 or 6 different tools just to create one campaign. But if you're already an experienced advertising professional with an established stack of tools, you may not need everything inside this platform. And if you're expecting guaranteed clients or guaranteed advertising results, this isn't the right way to look at the product. If you want to check out AI Ads Agency Builder and see the current offer for yourself, click the link in the description. And if you found this review useful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because I'll be bringing you more reviews of AI tools, online business software, and platforms that can actually help you work smarter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.